today's video, we're going to be checking out Quebec. A lot of people in the comments, DMs, whatever it is, they've been hitting me up saying, yo, you got to do Quebec. Quebec is literally split by a giant, like, pretty much mountain for your uptown as well as your downtown. And we're going to get into both sides of that as well. I will say, I am going to butcher a lot of names in this video. It's not on purpose, I promise. I'll try my best to have, like, the French accent. You guys can let me know in the comments later on after you watch this video how bad of a job I did trying to enunciate some of these things. There's a lot of tricks that have gone down in this one. We're going to try and narrow it down to around 170-ish to maybe 200 tricks is what I'm thinking this video will be. We'll know by the end of it, that's for sure. With that said, let's jump right in and talk about the best tricks slash craziest tricks that have gone down in Quebec. And to start things off with a bang, you know, we got to start off with that 5 block at City Hall, which is now actually a 4 block, and they completely reconstructed that whole area. It looks a lot different than what it used to look like. We'll talk about the 5 block, and then we'll move into like the 4 block tricks as well that have gone down in more recent years. Starting with Joe Decelles, he ollied it. I don't know if he was the first one to ollie it when it was a 5 block. It's massive, and even with just ollieing it, it looks really big. A trick that always stood out to me was, you know, non-biasedly Kevin Teo, just because he had a part in State Your Name, and that was a fun project to work on with like all the homies back in the day. Seeing his back 180, I'd never gone to that spot before, but his back 180 just looked so large compared to him because he was so small. Dylan Moore, he crail grabbed it. Alex Morin, he did switch ollie on it too, which is beast. And he actually had a welcome to Bones ad for that as well. By the way, if you haven't checked out these videos, they're down in the description below. As always, make sure you go check them out. If there's anything that sparks your interest, you want to go check out some of these videos, just know that they are all linked down below to make it very easy for you. And with that said, I also got to give a big shout out to Morgan DT for supplying all of these links. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, every single link that's in the description, Morgan DT actually went out and got every single one of them and sent them over to me. I know we also had some help as well from the homies like Alex Morin, Sam Brown, Eric St. Laurent, and then of course Charles Alexandre Normand, the creator and founder of ULC Skateboards. And a lot of the photos as well to this video supplied by Dan Matthew. So big shout out to like the whole team for, you know, helping making this video possible. Big shout out to you guys. But going back to like the links down below that you should check out, Exo Shop's El Bro video, definitely one you should check out because Mohawk's tricks are insane in that video. He actually kickflipped that 5 block. And then fast forward some years when that eventually did get redone and turned into a 4 block, transformed that whole spot completely. It looks actually really sick. Not as big as it once used to be, but still fairly large. You have, and this is where I'm going to start saying names, pretty crazy, so forgive me. You got Ced Vignon, who did frontside 360 on it. You got Raph Etienne, who did this manual, like manual and ollied over the whole 4 block, which was gnarly. In DSC, Recess, you got half cab heel that went down by Etienne Bellinger. Zion Wright, he half-cabbed the 4 block. He actually skated in a line. Half-cabbed the 4 block and then does kickback tail in the bottom stair like as a ledge. Morgan DT, he actually skated it a very similar way. He kick-flipped it and then he did nollie heel flip no slide in a line as well. Morgan also did varial heel flip down it too when he's pretty young. He got the long hair, but it was a sick clip. Gets carried away in the fountain afterwards too. It's dope. Joe Daigle, he did, and I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, by the way, shit, because his name's gonna come up a lot and I'm probably gonna say his name wrong a lot. This guy has shut Quebec down, but he tray flipped that 4 block. He also switch heel flipped it as well. Speaking of tray flips, we got Levi Brown in a New Balance video. They came on a little tour here, and he tray flipped that thing as well. Jayden Bono, he front biggied it. In Lucky 7, Gilbert Turenne, he did double tray flip, or tray double flip, whatever you want to call it. Do a little homage to Jeff DeCesare out there. Shout out to the homie. Gilbert Turenne, he also did pressure flip and varial flip. And he also hard flipped it too. Alex Kare, he did a nothing down it. Just rode off it. Did nothing down that shit, but that's crazy. Sam Brown, he switch hard flipped it, and that's one of my personal favorite tricks, not to do, but to watch. Switch hard flip, definitely one of my favorites to see. He's got a great one, and you'll see him do that trick down some more spots later on too, so stick around. Alex Morin in RDS Enter the Dragon, he did nollie heel flip on it, and he also nollie back heeled it as well. Will Marshall in his dime part, he did fakie frontside flip on it. Frontside half cab flip, whatever you want to call it. It was also a DC ad. Xander Mitchell, just for Instagram, decided to nollie backside flip it. Pretty wild to just be able to do that easily for Instagram, but shout out to him. Never before seen clip, JS Lapierre, he did switch big heel flip down it. Supposed to have a part, unfortunately it never came out. There's a couple clips in this video that we're gonna go towards that part that are actually gonna be kind of like a little bit of an exclusive for this video, so shout out to JS, man. That dude's killed it, and I'm stoked to see him doing well out in Hawaii. Just around the side of that same spot, there's this like super long ledge, and it goes like kind of down a sidewalk. Morgan DT crooked the whole thing. Almost gets hung up on the side of the wall there on the second ledge, but rides away nicely. And yo, before we start getting into the next spots, there's a whole bunch of them, by the way. Like, you should see my list. I wish I could like show you my list. I could put it on screen, but you're just gonna end up seeing all the tricks and spots anyways. But it's a long list. So before we get into everything, hit the little like button down below. Hey, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. We put out videos like this all the time. I'm trying to cover all of Canada's major cities and provinces, but there's a lot of crazy spots, and let's keep going. We got the next one actually, which is like the best flat ground spot in all of Quebec. It's kind of like their MacBa. It's got like Euro vibes to it, and it's just like a really dope spot where people can go skate flat, ledges, stairs, gaps, things like that. The Carré de Ville. I'm probably saying that wrong, but it is what it is. This spot's right in the heart of uptown Quebec. Let's talk about Jereme Rogers for starters. He has a line in 411, volume 14, issue 2, where he full cabs off the stage and the stairs, does a half cab flip on flat, then does a nollie flip on flat, and then does a big spin heel flip down the small set of stairs at the end. Sean Hayes, he actually kickflipped up the stairs stage gap. That was a pretty wild one on a DC tour. There is the famous intro from Zero New Blood of Sheldon Melishinsky doing a line there at night, and he actually gets hit by a car. It's like the intro to his part before his intro title comes up. Gnarly clip, play it.
Okay. Yeah, dude, get me out of here. No, okay. No. Don't move. Sheldon. Yeah. It's my back.
And then there's also this very, very long 5 stair there, and it's like you gotta bomb a hill to get speed for this thing. And Tony Ouellette, he did ollie down it. He wasn't the first person to do ollie down it, but he's the one that we have a clip of doing it, and people have done it since as well. But I'm pretty sure Josh Casper was the first person to actually ollie it. Now, when you leave the Carré de Ville, there's actually a spot just up the street that's super close. It's the double bank spot. And what's really cool about Quebec is like there's a lot of hill bomb spots, and I love the architecture out there too. It's a lot different than what we have here in Toronto, where everything out here is a little bit more modern. I feel like when you go up there, there's more of this like European feel to it, which is always really sick. You got cobblestone, you got really nice designed banks and things like that, like things that look like they're made perfectly for skateboarding that just exist out there, kind of like if you were to go to Europe. The double bank spot is one of those spots where you find like this perfect double bank with like these nice stone stairs beside it, some really nice stone benches too, and then it leads into like this big street hill bomb. But there's a lot of tricks that have gone down at that spot. So you got Tony Ouellette, who did nollie tray flip into the double banks. He also did like the most popped nollie vario flip on it too. Alex Decelles, he did nollie frontside 360. Joe Daigle, he did 50-50 to manual down it. Alexis Lacroix from the top ropes, he manied the entire thing. Constantine Delmas, he did 50-50 the entire like all the banks, which is pretty sick. Ryan out, he did ollie up onto the bench, ollie to the next one, and then front 180'd off into the bank and goes down switch. Phil Duran, he did kickback 50-50 on the bench into the bank. Behan Chapdelaine, he did backside blunt slide, pop out to regs. Ben Blundell, he ollied to the street, like from the top of the bank, the bottom bank, top of it, and ollies all the way to the road, bombs the hill after. That one's fucked. Frank Philly, he ollied into the second bank. Next up, we got a super iconic spot, the bricks. This spot looks so hard to skate. I mean, on film, I feel like it doesn't translate well. Yeah, it looks steep. Like even I've never been there. It looks like a really steep pyramid bank. In an old ULC video, Nick Cote, he does a nice long backside tail slide on it. Alex Decelles, he did, I'm probably saying that wrong, he did a blunt to like frontside 5-0, front shove out on it. Aaron Johnson, he did blunt heel flip out. Louis Gregoire, he did tray flip to fakie on it. Alex Gavin, he did a frontside heel flip on it. And Casey McDonald, he did back 3 over the hip. Psycho, sorry, this is like one of the ULC founders, dude. Like, I'm probably saying the name wrong, but he did switch varial flip on it. And Alex Decelles, he did switch tray flip on it. Jean-Michel Gaudreau, he did like gap over to nose pick on it. And Ralph Morin, he did gap to like pivot 270 out. JRV, he did nollie shove nose pick shove. Gab Touche, he did nollie big spin nose blunt 180 out. Alex Morin, he has a couple lines at this spot actually. He has one line, he skates this one where he does back lip and then it like lands into like the pond area, which is pretty cool. And then he has another line as well where he does big spin back lip on it. Alex Morin also did front tail to tail slide the corner down of the hip. In New Balance data roaming, Jordan Trahan, he did gap out, frontside wall rides, like holds it across like the whole pyramid into the pond. Morgan DT, he did nollie 270 lip. Joe Daigle, he did switch 180 crook, or like nose grind, 180 out. And then Colin Simon, he did that regular with 180 switch crook to regular. Charles Deschamps, he did that, but he did it to fakie. Mickey Papa, he did front blunt, big spin out, shove out, whatever you want to call it. Leon Chapdelaine, he did backside nose blunt, slide. I think Robbie Brockle also did it as well, but I don't have the clip for that one. Ramuth Durrett, he did blunt to nose blunt, alley-oop revert out. That was a pretty crazy one too. Jesse Jean Bart, he did alley-oop back 180 nose grind to switch. Bobby DeKaiser, he did back nose blunt, frontside revert out. And Wes Kramer, he has a good photo of a kickflip over the hip. Hugo Balek's ollie transfer is super sick. I love the slow-mo pushing at the beginning. That was pretty raw and pretty good bail at the end too. Chad Barty, he did 180 switch 5-0 shove. Quim Cardona, he did big spin heel flip on it. In Element New World, Morgan DT, when he was pretty young again, he did fakie tray flip to nose pick. Alex Decelles, he did nollie tray flip to fakie. He also did frontside heel flip on the hip. He also did a really sick front big spin on the hip too. Like the scoop, the pop on it, that was like, I think that might be my top favorite trick at that spot, just the way the front big spin was done. And I like a good front big spin on a hip, and that looks like the hardest hip you could do that on. Alex Decotre, he did 50-50, like from flat, ollied onto it, like a ledge basically, and 50-50'd it. And then Alex Decelles also frontside flipped the hip as well, which apparently is known to be like the craziest trick to go down at that spot. The next spot is Sigap Saint Foy. Let me know in the comments if I'm saying like all these names like completely fucked up and wrong, but I'm kind of curious to see like where I land when I'm trying to pronounce some of these things. Is like, is it Sigap Saint Foy? Is it Sigap Saint Foy? I don't know. I'm just reading off a list right now, to be honest with you. Dope spot though. Let's check it out. Alex Decelles, he did switch ollie on it. Frank Philly, he shut this spot down. He kickflipped it in like this really long line, like to open up his part. That was actually really sick. Big kickflip, can't go wrong with one of those. There's a huge gap at the side. He ollied it, and he also did frontside board slide on the red. He also did fakie frontside 180 down the stairs, and then beside the big gap, there's an even bigger gap, the big grass gap, and he ollied that too. There's some rocks on the gap as well. Beaster, he ollied onto the rock, and then the second rock, and then rode off of it. That was cool. Jayden Bono, he backside 360'd it. Gilbert Terren, he tray flipped it. Jeremy Rogers making another appearance in the video. He back 50-50 the rail. John Koss, he back 50-50 the wall rail. Mohawk, he did back lip on the rail. Mike Peterson, he front 180'd like the huge grass rock gap as well. Broke his board, but still rides away. That one was cool. And Paul Trepp, he back 180'd the gap plus like a trash can type deal, like a salt box, whatever you want to call it. I think it was a garbage can. But he back 180'd over that whole thing, which is nuts. And Paul Trepp's just like switch manning away. Homie gets all hyped, just like throws his board to the ground. That was such a sick clip. TQS, it's an iconic spot. Apparently it's not like the most gnarliest spot, but it's a sick one that's definitely worth mentioning and is a big part of like Quebec skate culture. So we're going to throw it in and obviously talk about it, like a bunch of spots that are there too, like the fountain and the ledges, the stairs, all of it. PJ Ladd in a New Balance video, data roaming, he did half gap heel flip no slide to back tail to fakie on it. There's like a hidden ledge up at the top somewhere, and Marquise Henry in that same video right after PJ Ladd's clip, he crooks this long, like, small hubba. Matt Lareg, he did inward heel flip nose slide. JRV, he did nollie heel flip front nose, 270 out. And Morgan DT, he had a sick line. I like this one a lot. He did front tail to fakie, and then fakie inward heel flip to switch back tail, back to fakie as well. You could skate the stairs there too, which is pretty cool. You need to bring like a piece of wood so you can get some run up for it. Tim Martin did varial heel. And Alex Decelles, he did switch pop shove. Joe Carrion, he did switch frontside flip down the four stair, which is cool. Joe Daigle, he switch varial heeled the four block, and he also did frontside heel flip on it too. And then he also boneless or like bean planted, foot plant, bean plant. He did that like off a drop to gap, like over a big boulder, which is cool. And Joe Deschanel, he ollied over that gap. There's like a super sick out ledge there as well. Switch back 5-0 by JRV. Derek Tremblay, he did switch crook. JRV, he also did switch back tail. Gab Touchette, he did front tail frontside flip on it. Morgan DT, he backtailed up it. I've actually never seen anybody, and I'm sure there's other people who have skated it this way, but just for myself, I've never seen anybody skate it on that side going up it. Max Hood, he did front blunt. Sam Brown switch nose blunted it like 3 times for a photo with James Morley, but I don't think it was ever actually filmed. Kevin Teo, most memorable time I should say for me is Kevin Teo skating with the no slide big spin line that he did, but mainly so was the no slide nollie heel flip that he did. There's like a long tall ledge that runs down beside it as you're like kind of bombing the sidewalk to get to the ledge. There's this long tall ledge to the side of it. And Michael Roy, he did board slide, frontside flip out, like pop out in the middle of it, which is crazy. There's also like a lot of short ledges there that look like the out ledge, and they're short and they're kind of everywhere. And there's a tall one up at the top that Morgan DT, he does frontside no slide, nollie back heel out, and then bombs like the sidewalk after. This one's not too crazy. It's a 7 stair. JP Polio, he did no apply laser flip. That's actually worthy of like being on the craziest tricks. That was fucked. Even if it's a 7 stair, like that was crazy. Ced Vignon, he did switch backside flip on it. He also did a late back big spin on it too. Sorry to all the names that I am butchering in this video. You hear my voice, it's very Canadian English accent. The last time I spoke French was realistically like in grade 9, and I'll tell you that was in 2006. That was 19 years ago, so I apologize. My French isn't very good. Moving on. The Hema rail in Quebec as well. That's a sick spot. Joe Daigle, he did nollie nose on it. Sam Brown, switch crook. Alex Morin, he did nollie back 5-0. Alex Imbo did kickflip backside board slide. Julian Leclerc, he did switch big spin back board slide on it. In the LRG up north trip, when they made their stop in Quebec, Tommy Sandoval skated that spot. Frontside flips over like this planner, and then switch barley grinds the rail. He also did nollie front board on it too. Keep on hanging around me. Jack Curtin, he did nollie crook as well as fakey ollie front board. No. Paul Trepp, he did switchback lip and switchback Smith on that RDS FSU tour. If you haven't seen the Ottawa video that we already posted, definitely go check that one out too. We'll leave like a little button here. You can click on it, open it in another link tab or whatever, watch it afterwards, because Paul Trep does the best switchback smith on Dow's rail in that video. So check that one out after too. And then in that same video, Micky Papa, he does nollie flip back lip on it as well. That's crazy. JS Lapierre's nollie heel flip backside board slide, which is an exclusive in this video. That trick has never been put out to the public, and we got it. So shout out to JS again. And then we have this rail that's actually just a block away from the HEMA rail. It's the Boulevard Laurier rail. It got knobbed quick, like I said, so not too much went down on it. Alex Decelles, who did switch crook on it at nighttime, 2 angles, sick one. And then Mohawk did kickback lip. That one's crazy. If you're enjoying this video, hit the like button. It's like somewhere here. All right, moving on to the Rene Levesque down ledge. JRV, he did nollie 50-50 on it, but like not just any nollie 50-50. It's the most gangst looking nollie 50. Like he's fully like engaged in that shit. Lands it so G. That was a sick one. Alex Imbo, he did switch front 50-50 on it. Alex Decelles, he did front tail to fakie. He gets really hyped when he lands it too. Joe Decelles, he did kickback 50-50 on it. Matt Larag, he did pop shove front 50-50 on it. That's a rare one. Tony Ouellette, he did crook, and he also did crook to fakie on it as well. It's all good as long as nobody's caught jealousy, put bodies in Joe Daigle, he did front lip to switch crook, half cab out. Morgan DT, he did front lip 270. Raft Etienne, he did backside blunt, pop out to regs. Alex Morin has probably my favorite trick to go down at the spot, the nollie nose slide, nollie heel flip out. It's a long one to hold, and yeah, he made that one look really sick. Morgan Smith, kickback 5-0'd it. Unfortunately, like, they didn't leave too much room for the ride away, but it's Morgan. You know he rode away. And Beaster in ECW versus NWO, he back lipped it, and it's like such a slow backside lip slide. That's a lot of wax on that thing for sure. Kick flips off the curb too, so it was a line. Alexis Lacroix with Max Wasangu pushing him while he's like coffin riding his board, and then he ends up coffin grinding the whole entire ledge from the top, and he's like, oh yeah, you are the one, and then lands into like a DIY piece of wood too. And then Max Wasangu, he did ride on like slappy crook the entire ledge, which was, that's gnarly. Right across the street, there's this like long out, like handicap rail pretty much. And a couple tricks that have gone down on that one are Etienne Bellinger's 50-50. That was a cool one. And Antoine Guignet, he did fakie 50-50. Fakie ollie out too. That one was really sick. Next, we got the Peralt School handrail. This rail sucks. I mean, the rail looks good, but the landing looks so bad and just like chipped up shitty ground. That's why I see a lot of people put planks of wood so they can actually ride away from this thing. Tony Ouellette, he did board slide to fakie on it. Frank Philly, he did front lip to fakie, as well as front board on it. Joe Decelles, he did backside feeble grind on it. Sorry about the quality on that video. Alex Imbo, he nose slid it. Tony Ouellette, he did crooked grind. Mohawk did back 50-50 and back lip on it as well. And Alex Decelles, he did frontside tail slide to fakie, which is my favorite on that spot for sure. Next up, we get a little bit more tech with some ledge over grass. Love a good spot like this. This one looks really cool, even just like with the fountain in the background. Good place to cool off, you know, if you're getting heated from your tech ledge tricks and you're pissed off, go for a run of the sprinklers. They're right there. It looks like a good place to hang out for sure. And there's some crazy tricks that have gone down on this ledge, man. Alex Morin, he did half cab nose slide, nollie flip out. Jean-Raph Velo, he did switch front tail, switch 270 out. Max Tremblay, he did no slide, shove to no slide. Matt Leff, he did front tail frontside flip. Xander Mitchell, he did back tail backside flip, and I think he's pretty pissed off when he rides away. Colin Simone, he did a long frontside Smith grind on it. Derek Tremblay, he did switch back tail on it. And Scott DeCenzo, he did front blunt backside flip. That one was crazy. And And then Alex Imbo, he did crook, nollie big flip out. I think that's the best trick. In my opinion, again, this is all subjective at the end of the day. What was your favorite trick? Let me know in the comments.
Yes, mon mulet. Yeah, man.
Next, we got the NCN Lorette rail. Big ass rail, like does not look fun to skate at all. Looks tall, looks long, and Mohawk did board slide to fakie on it. Alex Imbo, again, no slide king, no slid that rail. Joe Daigle, he did front board on it. He also did front lip to fakie. Zion Wright, I guess they're on like some sort of reel trip or something. He did front blunt to fakie on it. This spot's sick. This one's got possibly the funniest clip, maybe the second funniest clip in all of Quebec. The old port double stare. Actually, you got two really funny clips there, but on the port double, you got JP Polio who did Ollie. He Ollie's the double. And then Superman's his way into the fucking lake or whatever, there's the pond. Hoes in a single bound. I'm single now. He early grabbed off a roof into that water as well, so it's pretty safe to say he likes to cool down at that spot. He likes that spot a lot. But then some of the actual tricks that have gone down, you have Kevin Tio's backside big spin and state your name. Joe Daigle front big spinned it. Cedric Vigneault, he did frontside 360 down it. Will Cristofaro, he front boarded the rail. Julian Leclerc, he switch big heel flipped it. He switchback board slid the rail, like actually hits the kink too. Back to regular, that was cool. JS Lapierre, he front tailed the out rail as well. And like I said, Sam Brown with the switch hard flip. I told you to be making another appearance with the switch hard flip, and he did it down that spot too. He also switch tray flipped it. Another one of my favorite tricks. One of the best tricks you could do and have down gaps and stairs. Next up, we got this really big rail, the IGA rail. Shout out to Charles Giroux. He did Ollie. He Ollied the stairs. Such a sick one. He almost loses both of his shins on the bench on the ride away. Mohawk, he front smithed it. Sam Guay, probably saying his name wrong, but he did backside smith grind on it. Scott DeCenzo, he did switch front lip to regs. Piff, he kick front boarded it. Alex Morin in Slubbucks, he nollie crooked it. Quebec has got a lot of big handrails if you haven't realized, but they're all worth mentioning because they're fucking massive and they're sketchy, and they got old ground, shitty ground, and tall rails. Like, our Canadian rails are not the same as like those California rails out there. I'm just saying, they are a much different playing field, and this one is no joke as well. It's kind of like a double looking rail sort of thing. JP Poliot, he did board slide on it. Morgan DT back 50'd it. Piff, he did frontside 5-0 on it first try, and he also did front tail to fakie on it as well. And then there's a bigger rail at the same spot. Mohawk, he front boarded it. At the Jet Kopi spot, Alex Morin switch ollies this big gap, and it's also been switched back 180'd as well by Phil Asselin. Joe Deschenes, he front shoved it, and he also heel flipped it as well.
Nice.
His frontside flip, I wish there was sound on the clip, but I guess it got muted on YouTube, but he frontside flipped that spot. You got the Iberville, I'm probably, my Canadian English accent, Iberville, it's probably like Iberville or something like that, but there's the over rail spot. Joe Daigle, he did backside big spin over it. He also did a line where he half cab crooks a bench and then tray flips over it right after too. Sam Chouinard, he hard flipped over that thing. Just off to the side of it, like right over to the left-hand side of that spot, you have this even bigger over rail that lands to a huge drop. And Alex Morin, he ollied it, and TJ Rogers front 180'd it. Another perfect rail located in a shitty spot, in a shitty position that lands into like this skinny downhill bike path, basically. The spot looks gnarly. It's the Parc des Braves rail. Parc des Braves. Piff did 50-50 on that rail. Piff does frontside Smith grind on it. JS Lapierre, he did backside feeble grind on it. And Jan Berner does frontside lip slide on it and doesn't even really get a ride away, but I'm counting it. He lands it and immediately like, steps and runs down the hill. Jayden Bono front nose grind it. That one's insane. Next up is the Industrial Alliance. It's this cool spot. It's got a gap at it. Jan Philly, he tray flipped the grass gap. Phil Asselin did a nice varial heel flip on it. Jean-Michel, he kick flipped that 7 flat or whatever it is. And Joe Daigle, he front big spin the gap. He also ollied this massive gap at it as well, where he like is ollieing into a security guard trying to kick him out.
Dean, call it
There's this really tall outledge and short outledge at the same time. It's tall and short. It's like you're getting in, you're getting out, and so it's a big drop as well. Mohawk, he did gap to front 5-0 on it. Alex Decotret, he did frontside board slide on it. Dylan Moore did front Smith. Pierre-Luc Wilmette, he did frontside nose slide on it. TJ Rogers did back Smith. And then also at that same spot, Alex Morin does this nollie flip manual to like insane drop out after in slub bucks. You got the pyramid rail. It's like an up, across, and down rail. Sasha Daigle, he did 50-50 across and down. Scott DeCenzo did front board across and down. Alex Morin did crook on it. That one was crazy. And Joe Daigle did board slide up, across, and down on that one too. I think he's the only one who's actually skated up, across, and down. There's this really tall over hubba spot, and I think only 2 ollies have gone down on it. It's been ollied by a goofy skater and a regular skater, Mohawk, as well as Joe Deschamps. The Stadium C-Rail, the curved rail. You might recognize this one from the cover of Expose magazine. JS Lapierre, he caveman backboard to fakied it. Piff doing that frontside board slide on it. Such a sick one. That's definitely like an iconic Canadian skateboard cover. There's this one rail that Joe Daigle skates. He board slides across, down, and hits a kink after to fakie. At the St. Augustine triple set, Alex Morin ollied it way back in the day, like 2006. The Albury Vert gap, probably said that one so wrong. Fred Lantain, he did switch hard flip down it. At the Beauport Church, Alex Morin nollies this giant El Toro size set of stairs. It is so massive. Mohawk does this gap to 5-0 on like this rail slash hubba situation. It's like a rail that turns into a hubba. He gap 5-0'd it. Alex Morin's St. Floyd board slide. That's a crazy one. Piff in 3 in the front does 50-50 across and down on this big white rail. He's got another crazy one coming up in this video, so stick around. If you haven't hit the like button already, hit the motherfucking like button. All right, let's continue. Piff also does this massive frontside board slide in that same part, 3 in the front, time bomb part that he shares with Stephen Graham. We're getting closer to the end of the video here. A lot of tricks we've gone through. We still got a little handful to go. So, hey, I hope you're enjoying the video. Comment some stuff. What spots do you want to see next? What city do you want to see next? What province? Let me know. If you want me to get back to Toronto skate spot history, also let me know in the comments too. And if you're just happy enjoying this video and you don't want to say much, hey, leave a happy face for the engagement. I appreciate you. One of the most insane spots that you could skate would be the skinny to skinny gap. There's 2 sides. You can skate like the smaller version, which is still gnarly, or you can skate the big version, which is fucked. Alex Decelles has a super funny bail, which looks funny on film, but was probably awful to go through in person. It probably wasn't that funny at all. Joe Deschamps, he nollied it. Xavier Doyo, he did switch ollie on it. He also did frontside 180 on it as well. Alex Decelles, he kickflipped the small one. Alex Decelles, he also did fakie ollie on it too. It was pop shoved by JP Poliot. Chris St. Cyr, he did nollie pop shove. That's a crazy one. And then Alex Morin nollie heel flipped it. That's got to be the most insane one to go down on the small side. And then you have Alexis Lacroix, who had a cover with tray flip on the small one too. Tony Ouellette, he ollied the big one. Alex Morin nollies the big one. Chad Wilson, he did a big boneless on the big side as well. And then Morgan DT, he kick flipped it.
Holy fuck!
I don't know which one to put as the ender for this video. I'm stuck between 2. You know what? Let's start with Piff. With that 50-50 that he does in his 3 to the front part. Big ass rail. I don't even know how many stairs it is. If you want to take the time to count them, go for it. I'm just going to tell you it's a lot. But then we also have the Alex Decelles highway session. This one is, you don't see this too often. You see people skate giant handrails all the time. You see that a lot more often than you see people skating off a highway bridge into a giant bank that lands into another highway. He does fakie flip into the bank for starters, and the bank looks gnarly enough as it is. Then he switch pop shoves into it. He also switch flips into it, and he's just hauling ass. The switch flip, he kind of like gaps out kind of far too, which is cool. But what's the gnarliest thing was, and he also had a cover of Expose for this one, was the ollie from the top ropes. He ollied off of that thing into the bank, and there's attempts where he's just getting broke off. That shit's probably at least like 8 feet tall, maybe more. I don't know. Someone's got to go over there with a measuring tape and measure it, because it looks really big on film. And just like that, you got Quebec, another city down. Let me know, guys, in the comments down below what city you want to see next. Like I was saying, I want to do all the major cities in Canada. I'm trying to take this more to a national scale. You know, we started off in Toronto, and I'll always be repping my city, but hey, I'm trying to branch out into this entire country. We got homies all over the place here. And of course, we got to give a big shout out to Morgan DT for, you know, putting together this big ass list for me and helping me out. And then all the helping contributors as well, like Alex Morin, Sam Brown, the creators of ULC Skateboards. Thank you so much to those guys as well. Dan T for sending photos, and all the homies that sent raw clips of some of the stuff that we got here as well too. And then also we got to give shout outs to ULC Skateboards. They are one of the pioneers of like Quebec skateboarding out there. They've been around for so long. They've always been contributing to the skate scene and putting on locals and making sure people are getting, you know, well taken care of and getting the shine that they deserve. And then with that said, you also got Exo Shop, who is also a big part of the Quebec skate scene. They're involved with getting a lot of the pros flown out to skate in events and demos and things like that back in the day. Just making shit happen. So big shout out to the Quebec scene. Much fucking love to you guys. This was a long one, I know. But hey, if you liked it, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video. And the next one is going to be in Winnipeg. We'll see you there. Peace.